Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here. On the Daily Dan blog, I'm bringing you the good stuff today. That's right, YouTube. I'm bringing you the good stuff. I'm bringing you Dracula, the company of monsters. Yeah, there's a big surprise. Daily Dan's doing another vampire book, doing another Dracula book. You can check out the playlist here on the Daily Dan blog. And you'll find that I do a lot of vampire comic books because I'm a big vampire fan and a really big Dracula fan. I've got like, I don't know, 10 or 12 comic book reviews of different Dracula comic books. So I'll be jumping into this one very, very soon. So check this out. It's a Boom comic. I can't ever remember doing a Boom comic. I wonder if I'm going to regret it. But I bought this comic book for the really cool cover. It has some artistic stuff right there. I love this cover. It's deep. It's dark. It's evil. All right, let's bust this sucker open and see what happens. So, inside the front cover, you get the people you can blame for this piece of shit if it turns out to be one. So, make sure you take note of that. And we find out it's from 2011. Whoop-de-doo. All right, we got to start out with this guy. He laid in the bed. He's chilling out. He's some kind of serial killer or something, I think. But, yeah, he's laying here wallowing in self-pity. He's like one of these little wimpy losers. And in full shiny-ass glossy panels, because you know this is one of them comic books that shines like the sun when light hits it. Look, the Dracula done showed up. He's sitting at the foot of the bed of old Goofus here. Goofus is like, what the hell? And he tells this guy that you're gonna be an apprentice to the vampires and shit. This guy whoop out a cross and say, no, I don't think so there, brother vampire. Who's the good guy and who's the bad guy here? So basically, Dracula's visiting this vampire hunter guy, telling him, hey, I'm going to mess you up. You keep trying to hunt some vampires and shit. You're going to be my little vampire boy bitch. And the dude's like, I don't know what to say to you, Count Dracula. Oh, what a wuss. So info panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. You can see this guy being a little wuss. And Dracula's threatening him, woohoo. So we find out that this comic book's called Dracula, the company of monsters, because Dracula runs a company full of monsters based on blood production, based on sucking people dry, because Dracula is now the head of a corporation. Oh my God. And he kind of looks like Jack Nicholson there a little bit, don't he? So, with a lot of boring-ass panels talking about corporate intrigue, this is going to be a short comic book review, isn't it? Because we spent a lot of time with Dracula and his company of goose talking about sucking some blood and starting their corporation and draining people dry. I bet we don't even get to see one of them factories where they suck the blood out of people. They're just going to talk about it for 2 hours. Well, this guy that he tried to make an apprentice out of said, I'm going to kill the hell out of some of these vampires. Yeah, it's true. And we know that because dude's sitting across the street looking through the little scope and he can tell a real human glows red and a vampire glows blue because of the lack of body heat. Oh yeah, here's the hunters. And we always got some hunters in these comic books. And speaking of hunters, this guy looks like Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He'd make a good character to play in this comic book if they made a movie out of it because he actually looks like Hunter. Hunter hunting vampires. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Anyway, dude's all like, I'm going to kill me a vampire. Dracula's putting the moves on this chick. Dracula about to suck her blood. And here we go. Oh, my God. How can this comic book go on like this? Dracula is just a corporate jackass. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. We're going to see the action start now. Vampire killer dude's getting all pissed off. Dracula goes apeshit and turns into his true form. And the battle begins, but he gets crossed. That's right, dude stuck a cross up on that chest and smoked him a little bit. Vampire all pissed off because dude got a cross. And he telling dude like, I will take you vampires bitches out and shit. Vampire's all upset and takes off. This Dracula's like, I will not put up with this. I will not tolerate these people trying to stake my ass. Now would be a good time to take a little break and tell y'all to be sure to check out my friend Dave Sunstorm, you know, the good stuff guy over on the Dave Sunstorm channel, where you can find all the classic movies from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, all about TV and movies from that era. And also be sure to check out my friend Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV. You can find him there on YouTube talking about a lot better stuff than I usually talk about. Oh my God. So, moving right along in full glossy-ass shiny panels, brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog. We're having a vampire party up in this mother. Yeah, I guess the corporation's gonna throw a big one, huh? When Dracula and vampires, they all try to scope up some hot chicks to suck the blood out of at these parties. Oh my God, look, this is a bum vampire sitting in the alley going, I can't get no blood, I'm too old. Oh my God, I'm really not liking the inside of this comic book. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog. I'm giving credit where credit's due. The art in this book is pretty good. The story seems a little bit off and a little bit stupid and a little bit all over the place. Check out these vampire hunters with the big 44, because we all know bullets really affect vampire. It must be a silver bullet shaped like a cross. And this guy's like, you're gonna shoot me? I'm a vampire, dumbass, not a werewolf. Bam! And guess what? Bullets knock your ass down there, don't they? She puts it up to his brain and tells him that, hey, cross-shaped bullet blessed by a priest will fuck you up. Yes, it's true. And this guy's like, oh my God, she got cross-shaped bullets. And check out the nose on this bitch. That bitch got a nose, man, look like Roy from Puerto Rico. Well, anyway, Vampire says, I don't care, I will suck the blood out your ass. And bam, bitch shoots him in the head. And the cross-shaped bullets work because Vampire Dude is toast. So they're going out in search of Dracula. Now they're going to make toast out of his ass, but somebody pulls up in a Ferrari. That's right, Dracula drive a Ferrari. And I have to say one thing about this comic book. It's got really small amount of pages in it. I've noticed that right off the rip. It's a Boom comic, and I've never really reviewed a Boom comic before. Anyway, Dracula shows up in his Ferrari. He brought some bats with him and some other vampires. And this vampire don't like Dracula, so they're going to get into a little scuffle, and Dracula's going to rip him apart and smoke his ass. You know, this may set a YouTube record for the shortest comic book review I've ever done. Because this motherfucker really does just kind of end right here with Dracula talking to some chick in the woods and talking about to be continued. And they go find them some more humans. See? Find them some more humans to suck the blood out of. My God, what a short comic book. What was that, like 10 pages? Oh, wow. That's a Boom comic book for you. So let's take a look at the ads in the back of this Boom comic book. We're going to see some ads for whatever the hell this is. Soldier Zero. Anybody ever heard of Soldier Zero? The Traveler? That's a Dracula comic book. There's some little bitty pictures. They're hard to see. Farscape, I know what that is. I think Farscape sucked. Uh-oh. Well, anyway, we'll see some previews for some comic books. That's probably a lot better than this motherfucker we just sat through. And in full shiny panels on the back page of this comic book, you see something for the Traveler. And wasn't that from Star Trek? Didn't he was a traveler? I don't know. It says Stan Lee and it says Boom, and that's two things I don't think you would ever see together, because this is definitely not nothing to do with Stan Lee, I would think. Oh my God. Not of this world. Oh my God. Starborn. More Stan Lee stuff. Now, you see, this is blowing my mind because I can't ever see Stan Lee doing such garbage as this. But Stan Lee has expanded the universe. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever heard of any of this stuff and if it's actually good. And we see Soldier Zero. It says Stan Lee all over this, but I'm a Stan Lee guy and I didn't know. That looked more like Iron Man to me. Half human, half alien, all weapon. All garbage. Boom Comics. We suck. So that's my incredibly short look at Dracula, the Company of Monsters, from 2011. Apparently it was a series. Apparently this is number 6. Apparently I'm missing something. I give the cover a 10 rating. I give the art a good 9. I give the story a -7 because I don't have a clue what the hell was going on with the Dracula's company and all that bullshit. But once again, I've checked out a Dracula comic book. Be sure to let me know what you think about this piece of garbage in the comments below. And until next time, this is Danny Staten for my friend Dave Sunstorm and my friend Pat McCormick. Be sure to check out them channels. Okay, till next time, blog over, dudes. Oh my God.